coming up from the army of the Philistines, and he spoke according to the same word. So David had them. Ask your neighbor, when do you plan to be David? When do you plan? Satan has been speaking in your family, and there is no one to hear. Everyone is afraid. God calls you to fight poverty. You are afraid because your father never fought it. So David had them. Lastly, verse 24. And all the men of Israel, what did they do? When they saw, wait, do you remember the equation? You are not getting it. What was the question? Is there not a man? Jehovah presented a man. God is looking for a man. If things will be right in this nation, or rather if things will be right in the world, it will take some men. That's why when Jesus came, the first thing he did, he called men. Today you are seated there listening to me because of men. Not just Jesus. The men that Jesus commissioned his ministry. There is a song you like singing. I apologize to God. I hope I remember that song. There's this new song that has come and has connected to an old song. Yeah. I have decided to follow Jesus. I have decided to follow Jesus. I have decided to follow Jesus. No turning back, no turning back. When I was a bit younger, like 26, I went to the histories and studied the song. I came to know that many people don't even know. There was a missionary that went to India. God is looking for a man. He had come from his nation and he traveled to India. He went there and stood and preached Jesus. And a family of children, mom and dad, had it. And they gave their lives to Jesus. When the chief of the town had it, because it was a taboo, you can imagine the culture, he came out and he brought them in front of the people, a parade. This is what you don't know. So listen, before you sing that song, do that song justice. Do the song justice to really know when God is looking for a man, what one man can do to a nation. Kenya just needs a man, not men. Forget political backgrounds. These things are nonsense. Kenya just needs a man. God did not say, where are the men? He just presented a man. Are you the one? And when he preached, they were called and they were told, deny Jesus or die. This, you know, when I was reading, I used to read a lot, and I still do, but I used to read a lot when I had more time. This is what you don't know, many of you, and some maybe do. When he rejected, they brought the sons, the children, and they took arrow and pointed at their hearts and released it. And the father was watching. And the children were bleeding. And he was looking at them. And he says, deny Jesus! He says, no turning back. No turning back. I have decided to follow Jesus concerning Kenya. I have decided to follow Jesus. I have decided to follow Jesus. No turning back. He watched his children bleed and also denied Jesus. He looks at his children and says, see you on the other side. He turns to his wife and he said, deny Jesus. the arrow is released. And his wife is hit and falls. And guess what he does? No turning. My wife, see you on the other side. He looks at him now and he says, save yourself. Deny Jesus. That's where he stood, his own words. That missionary, that family that the missionary prayed for. That is where the song came from. That he started, and when he looked, and the only word he spoke, the only statement he looked at the chief spoke, he says, I have decided to follow Jesus. No turning back. They released so many arrows and he died. Now this is what will shock you. That's not the issue. You know what I like about the story? All the people that killed him, they went and sat and said, how can a man lose his children and his wife and lose himself? Who is Jesus? Guess what? The whole place became born again. A man. God is looking for a man. You don't know what it means to God when you are on ground for God. You don't know that. You don't know. You don't know what it means to God. The person that threw, the chief, the big guy, he accepted Jesus. Now, the question I want to ask you, it would take a heavy load of witness to bring salvation to a nation. That means it will be costly, and sometimes it might be bloody. But my blood will count. It will count. Whatever it takes for God to become Lord, it will. But many shall hear, and many will come to Jesus. That's all I can say. Jesus, Jesus, my love, I want to make you smile. I want to bless your heart. Jesus, Jesus, my love, I want to make you smile. I want to bless your heart.